Hello everybody, this is Jonesia from QA. As you can see, I'm dressed a little bit different today. I'm going to Renaissance Festival, so I'm excited to hang out with friends and just have a good time. But getting into today's video, I think a lot of people start out their careers in IT or in a help desk type setting, and I did too, in a sense, quote unquote IT. As I was a system administrator for our quality management system master control for my company at the time. So this role taught me a lot and I really came to enjoy it. So I wanted to talk about the benefits of this kind of work and just the positives that I found. But before I get into that, I guess I'll give a background. I started out with 0 years of experience in quality assurance when I got this position. I will note I was working on my master's degree in data analytics, and at the time I only had my psychology bachelor's degree. So with that, I think that the master's degree held some weight to a certain extent. I think that the employer saw, oh, okay, they understand systems and data and stuff like that, so they could integrate into this kind of position well. So I think that probably was on my side. I don't know if I could have gotten this position with just my bachelor's degree. So yeah, you never know. If you have a STEM background, it can give you some advantage. And if you're someone who kind of transitioned to that through a master's program, it can work out for you too. So you might be surprised. But getting into the first benefit, I think that would be that there's always something new to learn in quality assurance as a system administrator. So we would always be getting different kinds of tickets. We would be asked to, hey, can you run this report? Can you do XYZ? Can you launch this training? Can you create this curriculum? Can you create this job code? We wore all the hats, so we would do a variety of different things. So we were always learning. My first 6 months, I'm gonna say my first year, like it took me a good year to really get comfortable in my footing. After my first year, I got promoted from level 1 to level 2, so that was really nice. And with level 2, I continued doing what I was doing, but I ended up training 2 QA, so actually 3 in total, because it was me, level 1, and then there was a level 3, and then there was a level 2. Unfortunately, they were there for a limited amount of time. That was a lot going on at that time. So I was very thankful when they had another associate come on to join our team. So I trained them and they picked up this stuff really well. There was also another associate and I trained them. They were there for a short amount of time as well. So it was the 3 of us, I think I was level 2 by the time the other QA associate, the level 1, came on. So we had 3 levels. We had the help desk tickets covered, the master control team's help desk tickets, to distinguish that, because IT had help desk tickets too. The master control team, we had our own queue to handle tickets. So I'm being clear. So there's a major service element to this kind of work. Because you're help desk, you're going to be assisting people of various levels throughout the company, from different departments, different heads of the departments, if they need reports done, if they need status updates on where a deviation or kappa is, or where a document is in the review process, because there's safety procedures, regulatory procedures, quality procedures, all types of stuff would be processed. Corporate, like internal type of stuff, or project specific for different contracts that we had. We were a clinical research organization, so we worked with a variety of contractors. So that was a big part of what we did. So with the continual learning, there's the problem solving element. We were always engaged, we were always being thrown different challenges in the sense of like, okay, we need to figure out how to make X, Y, and Z happen. We need to create this new report. We need to update this template, and we've never updated it before. That was something I worked on, like checking in and checking out templates to make updates to them. And you wouldn't think it would be, it's not as intuitive as you'd think in this context, but I learned it, and I was able to add that to our configuration manual. So that would be something that could help people moving forward, which I thought was really cool. But another aspect is the team. So I was talking about the different levels of associates that I worked with. We all worked like a well-oiled gear. We communicated daily. We had our regular stand-up calls with our manager. Yeah, we worked well together. We got a lot taken care of. And, I really came to enjoy my team. I knew who I could go to for assistance. We would help each other out. People knew they could come to me, or I could go to the level 3, or if I needed to go to the level 1 for something, I knew that they would be responsive and they could assist me with something. So yeah, we worked as a really good team. Now, my favorite aspect is the independence that comes with this kind of work. And by that, I mean you can handle any kind of issues that come up on your own. You don't have to submit a ticket for assistance with that, which I really loved. And, it saves time to be able to handle stuff on your own. Um, I don't know. I just thought that was really cool. And I knew that I missed that when I became a quality assurance specialist. So, they revoke your privileges or your roles and stuff like that. It gets removed because you won't be needing them anymore. And, being an administrator is a privilege. You get so much responsibility within the system. And, going from that to being an auditor was kind of like, oh man, I can't just do this anymore. So it kind of sucks in that regard when you do kind of lose that kind of power in the sense. But yeah, it just makes you enjoy it more if you have it. So when you can handle things on your own, enjoy it. Another thing is that there's always something to do in this kind of work. I was never bored. That was one thing that I could not stand about my data entry position that I had before transitioning to quality, because we would be doing the same thing for 8 hours straight. And with quality assurance, being a system administrator, you're always doing different things. There's never a dull moment. There's always a document that needs review. There's always someone that needs assistance with something. It's very much engaging, which I really, really enjoyed that with that. If you've made it to this point, thank you, thank you, thank you. Would you ever be a system administrator in the IT sector or in the quality management system sector? Let me know below in the comments. So to introduce myself, my name is Imani. I'm a quality subject matter expert, and I create videos on education, quality, and career topics. So if any of this sounds of interest to you, hit that subscribe button and I can provide you more content like this moving forward. That's all I've got today. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.